What's up, what's up? It's Saucy Rossi, the Canadian king of backyard barbecue, and today I wanted to highlight two delicious local ingredients to Halifax. The first is Halifax Hot Honey's Stingin' Hot Honey, and the second is the South Shore Sea Salt's Barbecue Spice Rub. It's absolutely delicious. Both of these ingredients were fantastic for making some ribs, so let me walk you through the entire process. Let's start off by getting yourself a rack of ribs. These are just some simple side ribs, nothing too special. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get that silver skin off there. That's real important when you're smoking ribs. So get your fingers in there and make sure you get under there. Using paper towel can really also help with this step. Makes removing that skin a lot easier. Then let's dry it off and let's fully coat this rack of ribs in our barbecue spice rub. Now, I know it's called a rub, but make sure you don't try and rub it in. You want to pat it in, as you can see I'm doing right there. Now make sure you're covering both sides of the meat. Seasoning the underside is important, but don't go as intense as on top. But again, make sure you're fully covering everything. Then we're going to go ahead and get the offset smoker lit up. So I got my bed of coals there. I got some maple wood running right on top of that. And here we go. We threw this right onto the offset smoker, sitting right around 275 right now for temperature. And we're going to probably smoke this for about 6 hours. Now, the first part of this cook process is going to be about 3 hours, 45 minutes of just this thing relaxing on the offset smoker while I spritz it with some apple cider vinegar every hour or so, just to make sure it doesn't completely dry out. At the 3 hour and 45 minute mark, I'm going to go ahead and get some tin foil ready. Now what I normally do is I put down whatever ingredients I want, like butter, and then in this case I'm going to put down some Halifax Hot Honey Stingin' Hot Honey. Really adds that heat and nice delicious honey flavor to the ribs. So we're going to go in there, we're going to put a nice little gesture down, then we're going to go in and put a little more of that spice rub. We're going to take our ribs off the smoker, flip them upside down into this mess. Then we're going to go add a little more butter just on the top here. Now you'll notice I kind of squeeze the butter. The main reason I'm doing that is honestly just to get some of the dry rub off of my glove and back into the butter, because, you know, more seasoning on the meat's a good thing, right? So once we got all this butter on here, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up in tin foil. Now you'll notice here I have multiple layers, 3 to be exact. We really want to make sure that we trap the juices in there. So once it's wrapped, you're going to put it back on your smoker for another hour. Then you'll see what I did here. I pulled it off, pulled it out of the tin foil, put it back on for the last hour, and I dumped all that juice over top. But you know what? It's still not enough. I need more of this stinging hot honey in my life. So I decided to go back in for one more round of glazing. And we have about 45 minutes left on the smoker at this point. So this is the perfect time to add that additional layer of the hot honey. And just look at this. These ribs are absolutely glistening. We got some of those bones poking out on the side. Oh, there's lots of meat on here. These things are looking juicy, delicious. They're going to be probably fall off the bone tender. So again, running this at 275 for pretty much the entire process. It's really important when you're using an offset smoker that you are paying close attention to the temperatures you're running. Ribs can be very fragile, so do make sure you're keeping that temperature consistent and just rolling forward, right? So after about the 6 hour mark, you're basically done. It's the perfect time to pull these off and just dig in. That's what's really important here, is you enjoy yourself because you worked long and hard on this rack of ribs. So again, just highlighting some delicious local products. If you're in Halifax or Atlantic, Canada, or just have the internet, make sure you go check out Halifax Hot Honey Company's Stingin' Hot Honey. It's such a delicious, refreshing twist on honey. Absolutely amazing. As well as the South Shore Sea Salt's Barbecue Spice Rub. Delicious. Thanks for watching. I put new recipe videos out all the time. I try and highlight local ingredients. If you're a local vendor and want me to check out any of your products, please feel free to message me. Otherwise, take care, stay safe, have a great day, and thanks again for watching.